Are we out here? Are we live? I think we are live. We are live. I'm watching my own stream. Uh-oh. There was a network error. Oh. Am I actually live? Or am I not live? Uh, You're not allowed to watch yourself? Watch your own stream? I normally check my own stream just to make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah. I'm doing it right. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Everything's what I want. Alright. So, last night, I was doing Godot, but it was crashing. It was crashing when I was doing RenderDoc, so I don't think it's going to be that useful. But one thing I want to fix real quick is like I want to get rid of these gaps right here. Fancy zones. I'm gonna where'd it go? Launch. This is a great app. Really love it. I'm not sure why it's not launching. So Windows Shift Dot. Huh. Maybe I have to restart because I just updated. I thought I just did this. I did this. Fancy zone. Yeah. What? Okay. All right. I don't want this. And I don't think I want that over there. Just what I want. So I think I'm going to create a new one. And I'm going to say it's a grid. Let's see. First off, hold shift key for vertical split merge. Click and drag across zones. Merge. Alright. This is what I want. Except for what do I want over here? 1920. Make this nay. Nope. How about this? That seems decent. There we go. I like that. Key. Wood. I like that. Key. Edit. Alright. Code and terminal. Got it. Shortcut. Should be like. Blue. Oh. Not patient enough. Win control alt. Win Wow, all three? Okay. And don't want that. Well, how about just nothing? What's the highlight distance? I don't know. Let's do that again. Do this. Boop. Code and terminal. 0. 0. Highlight distance. I don't know what that is, but all right. Cool. Now, there we go. I like that. I like that. I will not take your survey. Don't show me again. Tight. All right. So, yeah. Why are you watching my stream? This stream will make you more sick because of my ugly mug. uh, this is intense. Normally, I just feel like no one's watching, so I can just be myself. What I was trying to do was use RenderDoc to look at how Godot works. But when I capture a frame and close it, Godot crashes. So that's not super helpful to me to figure out what I want to figure out. Intense like camping. I'm going to make a lot of terrible noises so that you'll be uncomfortable and won't want to watch. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna. Nah, it's okay. It's just funny. uh, why is this open? This isn't what I want to be open to open. And neither is that. Godot crashing is a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my recycling bin where there's a project that I deleted and see if that one works. Because I really want to use RenderDoc on this. What is Godot? Godot? I can tell you what Godot is. I can tell you what Godot is. Let me literally Google that for you on stream. Godot. Free and open source 2D and 3D game engine. Yeah. And I'm just using it because there's some 3D or not even 3D. There's some graphics math that I'm trying to figure out, and I was going to use, since Godot is open source, I was going to look at their code for it and figure out what's wrong with my math. But the way I was going to look at their math, was with this app called RenderDoc. And I already showed this, but I was going to look at their math using RenderDoc, and RenderDoc lets you like capture a frame of something and see how the graphics are working, but this is crashing, so that doesn't work, which is unfortunate. Yeah. So normally the way RenderDoc works is like this. I'll show you how RenderDocs works. Maybe I'll show you how RenderDoc works. This is not any of this is not the way I want. Here we go. Nope. All right. I am playing whack-a-mole with Windows right now. Normally, the way RenderDoc works is you can launch an application like this cool, super duper cool application. It's an early release game about flying a space frigate. You should totally go pre-order it and wishlist it and share it on your socials. But so like I just hit F12 and it makes a capture. And so like so what RenderDoc is showing me, super early alpha. Well, you know, I got graphics on screen. What else do you want, man? It's a game. It's ready to ship. So RenderDoc, what it's showing you here is like all the calls to your graphics API. So like this thing I wrote it. It's using Vulkan. So, but like if it was DirectX 12 or DirectX 11 or OpenGL, whatever it is, RenderDoc's going to show you all the calls to the graphics API. And because I wrote this, I happen to know that the specific Vulkan call that put that on screen is this draw index. And what that lets you see is you can go and you can look at like the pipeline state. So there's like vertex input, all this stuff, render pipeline state. And so like what I wanted to look at on Godot and compare to mine is this vertex shader stage, because you can click the vertex shader pipeline state, and then you can go to mesh viewer. And so like this is showing me the mesh. And then what you can do is you can right click on a vertex and debug it. So like debug the shader. The part that I'm super interested in is right here. So what it did is it got my view matrix and my projection matrix, and it multiplied them together. And I'm unsure about that result. I am unsure about the result that I am getting there. I'm not sure it's right. Yeah, RenderDoc is pretty tight. You can see like the fragment shader. Vertex shader is where it's like all about spatial stuff, and then fragment shader is coloring, like all the color. Yeah, it's coloring. The pixel color is set in the fragment shader, and you can see like here. You can see this is the texture that I'm using to shade. Well, texture I'm using to get colors for the spaceship, which you can't quite tell. Let's see. I mean, the colors for my spaceship aren't that great right now. It's all messed up. You can't. Oh, there you can see colors down there, but a lot of things are not right now because I'm unsure about the math. So I've been like nerd sniping myself on this math for a long time. Yeah. How do I validate? Yeah, that's a good question. The way I was gonna validate is like make this like use Godot and set up the same scene in Godot and then do RenderDoc on Godot and then like compare their math to my math. Like theoretically, if it's the same model in the same position with the camera in the same spot, we should have identical math. and so I wanted to do that. And so I can do this with Unity, which I've kind of done a little bit of. I can do this with Unity, but Unity does something slightly different than what I'm doing. I'll wait for Unity to open. If it opens, I'll explain it. Unity is a really great game engine. It takes really long time to open, which is everybody's favorite thing in the world. It's like, yeah, this is great. Musical interludes. Hey, that reminds me, I wanted some music. Musical interludes would be dope, but also I just want to listen to music right now. That reminds me, there's a thing I wanted to see. Celine. It's this arty concert. Yeah, right there. I wanted to watch this. But I don't think you're not going to be able to hear it on stream because I have that muted. I should subscribe to this because I've already liked like 2 of their concerts. Yeah, it's muted, right? If it's muted, they can't copyright strike me. I'll smash that bell. There we go. Yeah. All right. Thanks for a reminder. All right. So this is Unity, and I have already set up my Space Frigate thingy where I want it. Same place as in my game engine. Oh, it's not at mine. It's not a game engine. And I set the camera up in the same place that the camera is in mine. But where things are different is that there's this concept in. Actually, it's actually really hard to talk and explain things when there's music playing. Okay, I'm going to stop that. Stop! Now that I feel like I'm explaining something, it's actually hard to explain and listen to music. All right. So in computer graphics, there's this concept. You got like coordinate frames, which is your X, Y, Z. Unity's got your Y, X, Z. Okay. But in computer graphics, there's a well, it's not just computer graphics, but there's a concept of handedness. So like, is it a right hand or left hand reference frame or coordinate frame? And Unity uses left hand. So like if you hold up your left hand, can you see my hand? See a hand? If you hold up your left hand, you've got like Y, X, and Z. And so if I orient my hand right, I can see my thumb lines up with the Unity X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis. All right, but then there's right hand. And so you can see the X-axis is pointed in a different direction between right hand and left hand. And so all that is to say that in my engine, my little dinky engine, I'm using right-handed coordinate frames, and Unity is using left. And so when I try to go compare math, it's not quite working out because I don't feel like putting in the effort. I don't feel like putting in the effort to convert between right hand and left hand coordinate frames all the time. So that's why that's not working. But it kind of is working because if I open another render doc, I can go and I've already got Unity set to be using Vulkan. That's another problem with Godot, is Godot is crashing render doc, but also Godot doesn't have Vulkan yet. So yeah, Godot's not getting a Vulkan backend until Godot 4. So anyway, I build this bad boy. Development build. That's what I want. Build. Build. Be sure to share a link to my stream on your Twitter. Let your friends and family know. Got your graphics knowledge dropping right here. Graphics lack of knowledge. All right. So we got the render duct. We got our build from Unity. And I drag this exe right here. Hit launch. No, man. Our Lord and Savior Elon Musk got rid of the bots. You got no followers now if that's the case. You should check that. Alright, Unity is weird. Like, for whatever reason, when you do Unity and RenderDoc, you don't hit F12. You have to, like, go hit this capture frame immediately. And you have to pop it back up. I don't understand that. Alright. And then Unity does, their, like, default shader does, like, tons of different stuff. So, to find, I just happen to know from looking at this a few times, like this scriptable render pipeline main camera is where I want to start looking. I can ignore all this stuff up here. And then I think, because I've looked at this before, I know that, yeah, I want to get down to this draw opaque objects. And render loop, draw SRP batcher. Boom, here's my draw index, and that's my space frigate. So then I can go to pipeline state, vertex shader. I don't think, actually, I'm probably being dumb. I don't have to switch, I don't have to do anything on pipeline state. I can just go to mesh viewer and debug this vertex. And here I have some sweet disassembly to look at. And if I feel like putting in a shit ton of work, I'm allowed to swear. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to swear on Twitch. Oh well. If I feel like putting in the effort, I could figure out if the math works. But there's another place where I can check if the math works. There's another place that I can check if the math works. Okay, if I do go to the vertex shader, I can see some of the inputs to the shader. So this stuff is all data that like the CPU side of the application, I guess, is passing a bunch of data to the GPU so that the GPU can work. And I think I know somewhere in here. So like here I can tell just based on the layout that like this is the model matrix. This is the matrix that converts the object from object space to world space. And and the way I kind of know that is I know like the 5 and the -5 here. That's my X. I know back here in Unity on my space frigate, I know that I moved it to X -5 and Z 5. And I don't know why I've got it scaled at 100. That's weird. I don't know if I actually did that or not. Because this space frigate is an FBX, and sometimes FBXs are in meters or centimeters. Yeah, so sometimes an FBX, if it's centimeters, I think, sometimes its values will be multiplied by 100, or vice versa. I don't remember. The main thing I know about FBX is you have to consider the fact that sometimes the units of the model are in meters and sometimes they're in centimeters, and you have to adjust the scale accordingly. Where were we? Oh yeah, so I know this is the model matrix. I know that line that's right here. But some things that are interesting is the fact that it's minus 100 scale on the x-axis and minus 100 scale on the z-axis. Like minus scale, that's kind of weird. I'm not setting minus scale here, so that's kind of where when I was looking at this with Unity, I was like, well, crap, do I feel like figuring out like what they're doing mathematically here? Like why do they switch their like why would you put a minus 100 scale on the z-axis? That I don't understand that, but obviously it works. Uh, Another place I can tell that I've compared the math so far is this matrix right here. This one. What'd I do? Where'd you go? Pipeline state, vertex data. This one right here. I happen to know that this is the multiplication of the view matrix and the projection matrix. Random thought, but you should listen to Mastodon. Is that random thought, or is that a thought because we were talking about Twitter and everybody's leaving Twitter to go to Mastodon? Or not everybody. Some people. I should listen. I've listened to Mastodon, and I've played it on Rock Band, so you know I'm good. What's a recommended Mastodon song? I think I've mainly listened to like newer Mastodon. Crack the Sky. I think I found out about them in like 2012 or 13, so like whatever album was from around then. Yeah, one thing I like about Mastodon is their art is tight. I've always loved their art. Well, not always, but ever since I knew about them. I think there is some collab between Mastodon and Danny Carey, which of course I know about that because I keep up with what Danny Carey's working on. Oh, it's just one of the people. Okay. Oh, this is a this is all the way back in 2015. So that's Legends of the Seagull Men. All right. This is tight, yeah. I think what's throwing me off of listening to music. This music's coming through like the same channel as my voice. I normally have voice and game split up. How about I turn that down? There we go. But then I can't hear myself. Can I hear myself? No, I can't. Yeah. So I got music on my voice channel. That's not what I want. Let's change that. I don't. Wait. That's probably what I want. That is what I want. I'll get it right someday. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I actually think I'm trying out my Astros again tonight because I think the mic might sound better, but audio wise I like the Steel Series better. So yeah, this is cool. The only thing for me about this stuff is like I tend to not like the like super aggressive guttural voice. It's probably why I like Tool so much is like you get the really heavy prog rock but not like the really throaty, growling vocals. Yeah, I don't know why I don't like it, but I love this art. This is cool art. All right. Jim Carrey, like the actor? Why would I know what the actor likes? I I don't particularly keep keep up with what Jim Carrey is into. Jim Carrey's not on my list. American death metal, yeah, death metal. I can't go to the death metal side with you, my friend. I just can't go there. Oh, metalhead side. Okay. I don't disbelieve you. I know you're right. It's just funny to me. For me, Jim Carrey is still the guy crawling out of a rhinoceros bomb from Ace Ventura. Not really something I'm into. All right. This is good. I will continue listening to it, but not at this moment. I might try this again. Special place in your heart. I can imagine that. Anyway, on this graphics crap, I just so happen to know that this is two matrices. This is the result. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber is goated for sure. That's not a lie. The original Dumb and Dumber. I never saw the other Dumb and Dumber. You had gloves the whole time? Ooh, it's warm. Good stuff from Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance. Am I gonna get DMC strike? Is that fair use? I don't know. Hopefully. Fortunately for me, I don't know. All right. This is the view and the projection matrix multiplied together. And if we go over to my code, my beautiful code, which I thought we already had run before, but apparently we have not. Is that Total Biscuit? Lol. I think that is Total Biscuit. There's a guy I haven't thought about in a while. Total Biscuit. Launch F12. Funny thing is on Twitch, the emojis. I probably only recognize a small subset of the emojis, and Zoomers probably have like a whole shit ton more that I don't know anything about. Yeah. There's generational emojis now on Twitch, probably. So this is my app. If I go to the part where I do the rendering, and I go to Pipeline State Vertex Shader, do I need to do that actually? No, I don't need to do that actually. I just need to go here. And if I go to here, I can look at this and see that my result here, can't highlight it, I don't know how to highlight, but my result here matches Unity, I think, right? Let's see. It almost matches Unity. There's one thing where it doesn't, but I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, so like, this is mine, so this, what? This 0.6 8.3, that's different, but I'm not worried about that because that's related to field of view, and I know Unity. I don't have. Well, no, not field of view. Aspect ratio, and I know that the Unity aspect ratio is a little bit different than what I've got, so I'm not worried about that. This -1 is the same, minus this, same, same. Yeah, so my result is at least part of my result is the same as Unity. And the part where I get confused is back here where they've done some wonkiness to the model. And then also where I get confused when comparing my code to Unity is that when I go over to the mesh, side note, I thought it would be cool uh, like to grab this. It seems like with RenderDoc being able to show you this mesh, I feel like there's potential to like try to do RenderDoc on something and get a model and 3D print it. 3D print the model since you can get the vertex positions. That's something I should try sometime. But see on the mesh, the vertex input and output, I should be able to get the same thing that Unity has, and I don't. That's where I'm getting confused. And then because Unity has left hand versus right hand, I would have to put in some effort to figure out why that's different. So, anywho. Yep, that's where I'm at. I think I could figure it out, though. I think I could figure it out. Question is how. I'm really confused why Unity would be multiplying by the minus z. Why would they be multiplying? Also, something that's interesting about the Unity result is that what is interesting about it? I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting that in their vertex, in this thing here, they've got a minus sign on the y-axis here. But when we look at the mesh viewer, when we look at the mesh and we see the result of multiplication, you would expect this y value to go from minus to positive because it's getting multiplied by a negative. Like, but from here to here, theoretically, it's getting multiplied by a negative number right here. But so you'd expect the sign to flip, and the sign did not flip. But there is one aspect of this. This is just the view projection. This is just a view projection matrix. And there's another matrix that is part of the multiplication, and I haven't considered that yet. It's this matrix. Ah, wait, no. I got excited too fast. This matrix. This matrix is part of the equation. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug these numbers into some Python. And I feel like if I can understand how the numbers in Unity work, I can understand how to get the same numbers in my own code. So I'm going to do some Python coding for a little while. This should help you go to sleep. Exit Godot projects. We are off the Godot bus. No Godot for us. No more Godot. was a good idea. Not gonna stick with it. I feel like I had some Python stuff before that I kind of want to follow up on. Find myself frequently needing to validate matrix multiplication, and normally what I use is a little tool called Octave. But Octave is kind of cool in that it takes forever to load too. Oh wait, it didn't take forever to load. It loaded fast. Is this reference? Yeah. So I have some stuff built up in Octave for doing matrix stuff, but I mean, I don't know. Octave is kind of like MATLAB, and I think I would rather use Python. But MATLAB's easy because you can be like A is equal to a vector. You can be like 1, 1, 1, 1, and B also equal to a vector 2, 2, 2, 2. And then it's really easy to be like dot A, B. The syntax there is a lot easier, I find, than Python. Maybe I should stick with this. And it shows you like the values in your workspace. That's pretty tight. I like that. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Time for some water. I'm gonna mute for a sec. Water break, phone check. Yep. Things are happening on the internet. Cool. Alright. I don't really feel like using Octave. I'm gonna write some helper things in Python. Alright. So, and I think I had started it at one point, and then I got confused about some stuff. So let's take a look. Did I? This is a cool project called Test Me. Oh, I'm gonna just delete that because I don't know what it is anymore. Matrix Math Tools. PyMath. There we go. Let's make it something called PyMath. Let's go use that. Project Tools. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. All right. Operation, make this math make sense. I don't really remember what I was doing with this. I don't remember. Looks like I was doing a lot of stuff. What was PyCache? Oh, I was doing some cool stuff. Alright. Oh yeah, I think I was making some cool things. I wonder what all this is. not going to do this right now. I'm going to go back to my other project. I'm going to hit code. I think I already did that. Uh-oh. Something I did caused me to lose my screens. That was scary. I don't need that. I wonder what I pressed. All my screens went black. That was weird. Alright. Not doing this right now. Ah. Alright. Alright. I'm going to use this. And do something similar though. And let's see if I do. Let's see if I define like a class here, which I haven't completely forgotten how to make. I'm just messing around. I'm off on I've nerd sniped myself or something like that. And I'm gonna write some Python code, help me validate math, you know, because I think it'll be fun and useful. Because I'm frequently validating. I feel like I'm frequently having to make these calculations. What I'm doing right now is I'm seeing if I define a class in a script, can I import it into my Python notebook? So like import or like from matrix import. I can't. My short-term memory is such that I can't even remember what I made in there. Mtix? Huh? 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 Let's just see. Let's see. Good idea. Let's not to the self there, because I think that makes it like an instance method instead of like a not instance method. So like, let's see if I do mtx do thing. What I'm expecting is to see the word cool if I hit run. Cool! It worked. Alright. So what that means is that this approach works. Discord break. Ah! Note to self, don't do that. Alright. Okay. So what I want to do here, I don't think I need my terminal right now, so I'm just going to full screen. And how do I open? I changed my changed my VS Code shortcuts, and now I can't remember where they are. So what I want to be able to do is some helper things. So one thing I find annoying with Python, and I've got it here, is like, so if I do import numpy as in p, it's all normal. And then yeah, so then if I want to create a matrix, I got to do like this crappy mp matrix, and there's a couple ways to do it. The way I usually end up doing it is like this. I'm just making up some. Oh, I'm doing an identity matrix right now. Yeah. So, oh, you had to be like thing. Okay. And then, so then you have your matrix, and you can be like print thing. That's cool. Run. Now we got a matrix. I find this syntax here to be a real pain in the booty. And then also, like, it's different for vector. So vector, you have to be like this, like vtx equals mp dot array. And I don't think you can just be like, you know, I don't think that works. It does work. Well, what a maroon. Okay, but then like, okay, I did not know that that worked. And then, okay, so what happens if we print this? I'm like up here looking like run, run, run. I do. Is this one? Is this what I want? Or and I was like, oh, this. Oh, debug cell. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. Cool, 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 cool. That was cool to find that out. All right, here, let's do run all. That's like something. Can you do what I'm trying to find out here is like column vector versus row vector. Shh. Let's see about that. This guy is cool because he does like isolene, thylacine. He's cool because he does he's doing all this electronic music, but he's doing classic stuff. He's mixing in some classic music, classical music. Very cool. NumPy vector shape. Huh. So yeah, you're like, how do you know they got? And the reason this comes into play, for obvious reasons, depending on the shape, whether it's column or row, you can do result. This may or may not work. I think it will, because we're doing Should be wasn't expecting that. Uh, that doesn't work either. What is I doing over here? I'm doing? Okay. So maybe I was right and that doesn't work. I find this, if this is what you have to do, I find this syntax very annoying coming from like Octave and MATLAB. I'm doing the exact same shit over here. Let's take that out just to eliminate one source of error. Possible syntax. What is it saying here? Oh. Now I think we're having the problem that I thought we were having initially. Yeah. Alright. So that works here. If you do the other way, this doesn't work because this is a row vector. So this order of math, this order of multiplication doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. But I think it works if you do this. Transpose it. It does not work. Alright. I have to look up how to make that work. Not worried about that right now. What I'm worried about is the fact that this works with this annoying syntax. But this, with the helpful syntax, you know, syntax that I like, this doesn't work. Yeah. And I don't understand this error message. So let's take a look. One other thing I want to try is like MATLAB and Octave. You don't have to you don't have to do comma separation. Yeah, that doesn't work here either. So like I just hate this syntax. That's why I usually use Octave over Python for this stuff. But I like Python, and I definitely like the notebooks, the Jupyter notebooks. So, you know, I want to use this. So let me get some more information about what NumPy is doing. NumPy vector. Let's read what Geeks for Geeks has to say about it. Water break, muting. How to create a vector in Python using NumPy. Use the this is okay. I don't like it. Stupid Geeks for Geeks always popping that up. What I like the string construction on it. Let's go see what the actual documentation says. Let's When you do this, though, what is this even doing? Like, what did that make? Yeah, what the heck did that make? Like, when I do it the expected way, it has the braces on it, but when I do it this way that I like, that is something completely different. I like, works for the Matrix. Works for the Matrix, bro. Okay, well, I'm kind of like belaboring a point where I know a solution. NumPy from string? Huh. Maybe this works. MP from string? See what that does. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I could read the documentation. I could read. I don't want to do all this, right? However, this is kind of tight. So all this is leading me to a similar conclusion that I've had before, where like I want to use I want to use Python for this stuff, but I want to like write some wrappers to make it a little easier, make NumPy a little bit easier to use for my. I like this. So what we could do, I'm gonna move this off screen to something else. And so what I could do, I do that. I don't want to float. Does Python have float? I don't. Step equals. I'm following the example here. Oh, cool. That gives me what I want. And then this will work. Okay. I am once again searching around for the play button. I should probably. Is there a shortcut for this? Control Alt Enter. There we go. Control Alt Enter. Boom. I wanted to print this. Control Alt Enter. Okay. All right. And then the other thing I wanted to get working was I want to get this working. Control Enter. That doesn't work. But that's because of the dimensions. So, like, does this work? Control, enter? No, it does not. And probably because if we do this, oops. Oh, interesting. The cell, matrix multiplication rules. This look, yeah, but it should be vertical. All right, yeah. So what I had to look up on NumPy. Yeah, this concert is going wild. It's really cool. This guy is cool. One of my faves. Currently one of my faves. Subject change. Not really. He's really good. Love that piano. This art concert is cool. Yeah, boy. They gotta be kind of new. It's only not even be at 1 million subs yet. I mean, I'd never even heard of him. I listen to this guy a lot. Thought I'd listen to like everything I find of his on YouTube, so this gotta be kind of new. Anyway, back to work. Um, I need to know how to change the shape. Um, how do I change the shape? Array manipulation? Flatten, Indian, transpose? Oh, maybe this is what I want. Yeah, see, I mean, oh, yeah, I'm a dummy. No, am I a dummy? No, yeah, no. No. I think what I want is this reshape. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what I want is reshape. So right now, yeah, this is what I want. I'm currently sending messages on Discord, not working. How do you spell provocative? I don't know. I'm not really knowledgeable about much. Provocative? Back to Wake. Alright, I want to reshape. Because right now this is like 1 by 4, and so what I want is a 4 by 1. So if take this guy and I'm like VTX dot reshape for 1. Control Alt Enter. There we go. See, now it's vertical. So yeah, and that worked. I don't even know what. Yeah, the math worked that time. So if testy, unfortunate mistake, not intentional. NSA, it wasn't me. Yeah, I just got the identity matrix up here, so the results should be the same. All right, cool. So I've learned a few things about NumPy, which is not really the intent of tonight's stream, but all right, I like it. One thing that I think would be cool is, since what I want to do is I want to be able to, take these numbers and do multiplication. It'd be cool. Do math operations. It'd be cool to be able to, let's see what happens when I copy that. Yeah, it's unfortunate it keeps that. It would be cool to be able to pull data directly from RenderDoc. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know if that's possible. I mean, I know RenderDoc has an API. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. take a look. Take a look at the Python RenderDoc integration. Boom, boom. Time for a peanut butter cup. I'm about to eat the peanut butter cup with the wrapper still. I'm programming and shopping for a keyboard at the same time. I need a clackier keyboard, since obviously my current keyboard's not clacky enough. Alright. Loading and capture, accessing capture analysis. That sounds like PyCharm. Accessing capture analysis. That sounds like what we want. Three peanut butter cups. Alright. You get to listen to me eat. ASMR time. Accessing capture analysis. To access the let's just Google this. RenderDoc examples. Fetch shader details. That could be useful, right? Because what we want to do is get shader inputs. Fetch shader details. Controller. Let's just RenderDoc Python get shader inputs. Yeah. Or what is it calling this? Uniform buffers. Vertex CBO. Should be a shader input, right? Yeah, I mean, it's shader input. Because we go here. You know, yeah, uniform buffers. Input to a shader. Data access by a shader. Something like that. Take a look. How do I read on machine get uniform buffers? Yeah. Let's see what this looks like. This is probably way off. Because, you know, even if I. It's a little too loud. Folks are having a good time. Even if I got something going, you know, like I'm having to manually scroll through here and find this data. Doing that programmatically wouldn't necessarily be that helpful. Since these things don't have names, you know, I could find scratch buffer, but probably RenderDoc's already kind of like doing the hard work of all this for us, so why redo it? Specify a format, open the current. What does that mean? I have no idea what I just did or what it meant. What did I do? What did I do? What's this? I don't know what that is. Open the currently visible buffer's resource details in the resource inspector. Okay, so it's just telling you information about that uniform buffer. So let's see what happens if I export to CSV. Junk, because it's junk. You guys get to see what's in my recycle bin. I'm gonna empty that shit. Yeah, boy. Look how long this takes. Love it. Love it how long it takes. It's amazing. That's how you know it's good. That is how you know it's good because it's taking a long time to do a really good job. If it didn't take that long, you wouldn't know it's doing a good job. You just wouldn't know. All right. Cool. Congratulations on doing an excellent job. Uh, download junk CSV. I don't have anything to open this with. Yeah. Let's just see what happens when we open it with, let's say, Visual Studio Code. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think I should spend too much time. But it would be cool, because if I'd taken this is useful, but I still have to do a bunch of data cleanup. So it would be pretty tight with Python, just like pull in the data from the buffers. I feel like there's something here. I feel like there's something here to like use Python to access data from RenderDoc so that you can bring it in and like if you have all the data, then you can start using Python. You can start using NumPy and do like validation. So if you're like trying to run the data through your multiplication steps, is this a waste of time? It's kind of like shader debugging. If you could step through the shader. I'm gonna kind of try it. I don't know. Seems cool to me, so I'm gonna try it. Seems cool to me, and I want to know more about RenderDoc. So seems cool to me, so I'm gonna do it. All right. Cool. Nerd sniping myself some more. I said nerd sniping like a bunch of times on this stream, so I'm just trying to be cool. Fetch shader details. Sample input. Sample. That's what this is. Hey, wait. This is what we want. Right? I'm interested in this. Like, this is pretty tight right here. How did that work? Let's read. Pipeline state. Get grab constant buffer. This is cool. I want to try this. All right. This is neat. So what I want to do, I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna close that for now. Looks like we're gonna need some import stuff. So let's see about getting started. Getting started seems like a great place to start. Oh, he's gonna drop the base. Close Godot, we're not using you anymore. It's the build up, bro. The base has dropped. Tight. What do we got over here? as you can see, I have been distracted once again. Once again, I am distracted. What were we looking at? We wanted to get started with Python on RenderDoc. All right, for this reason, loading the module. You assume you have built a copy of Render and have the module on your platform. Generally not relevant when running. Okay. You must use exactly the same version of Python to load the module as was used to build it. 3.6. That's already going to be a problem because I already have more than that. Could use virtual environment though. RenderDoc Python prefix. Okay, so you can change it though. Let's do it. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. To do it, you must do it. Let's open up GitHub. RenderDoc. I already have this cloned locally. Do I already have this cloned locally? Do I already have this cloned locally? I do not. That's good. Clone. Oh, I think the base is going to drop again. It's building up. Oh, wow, look at all that awesome equipment. I love his little controller, like the little joysticks he's got here. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. All right, we are cloning RenderDoc. We're gonna follow some instructions. Because this says it is aim. It assumes you've built. I wonder though if I have to build or if I look at this. C program files RenderDoc. I go C program files RenderDoc. Plugins. Like, are these Python things that I need already built? RenderDoc. Wonder what that does. Qt plugin. Qt. Oh, they use Qt. They use Qt for UI. Cool. 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 I don't know why I'm making that noise. Just to be annoying, really. PySide? No. Right. Okay. I do not see anything here that tells me that I have the Python things that I already need. So we are going to continue with this. Right. Tags. Let's get the release. If I just check, I'm belaboring the point here because I can check out the tag, right? I always do this. I always get myself in a, I always belabor this point. So I can check that out. But now, oh. Whatever this is here is alright, but then when I go over to Commander, where I to do yeah, see this one just tells me head detached. I wonder if that's something. Well, for now that's fine, but I wonder if I could get this to tell me just that what tag, because this is pretty tight. I like this. It's nice. I like it. Oh, I can't type. Cool. All right. Let's read some documentation. Let's read some documentation, friends. Docs. Python. Did it? Does this tell you how to build? For information on how to build, see the GitHub repository. I'm on it. Screenshots, downloads. Maybe that has a documentation. Lots of cool documentation. Do you have builds of the Python things that I need? I wonder if I... Let's see what happens if I download that. I don't remember what's contained in this. It's kind of slow. Let's compile.md. Huh? README. Oh, compiling. There we go. Compile. All right. Windows. Wait a second. This isn't about what I want to do. This is like if I want to build RenderDoc. Is that what I want to do? This has a solution. Probably have to like generate CMake shit to get yeah. Well, that's Linux. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. Preparing commits, testing. That's not what. Python API example. RenderDoc intro. RenderDoc. This is all cool. Ooh, is this Rust? What is this? What is RST? I have no idea. I don't know why I assumed it was Rust. I'm sure RST is some kind of thing. Oh, RenderDoc something? I don't know. Pipelines? Huh, interesting. I wonder what this all is. Q. Alright. Let me go back to the getting started documentation because I feel like I'm not making too good progress. Part of that could be because I keep getting distracted. Get started Python. This document is aimed at users who are loading Kit's RenderDoc module and not relevant when running the RenderDoc UI. Okay, the same APIs are available in the UI, so you can be aware that the loading captures purely from mirror. Okay. So this is not recommended. All right. Built a copy of RenderDoc and have the module. Okay, so maybe I just need to build RenderDoc to get that PyD thing? Because I have RenderDoc installed. Let's go take a look at our downloads and see. Let's see what that includes. Let's see what that includes. This has stuff. But not what I want. This is all widget stuff. Okay. RenderDoc native library. Okay. All right. Let's go take a look at the compile. Not gonna contribute, as you can tell. I'm not prepared to contribute. The main RenderDoc solution is that this should also come in, but just select out kind of blah 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 blah. This is all stuff for other platforms. So RenderDoc solution. I do not have Visual Studio 2015 installed, so we're just gonna upgrade this bad boy to 2022. Can you open solutions in VS Code? I don't know how to answer that question. Okay. Says we gotta upgrade everything. I'm gonna do that, but probably to my peril. We can always use Git to go back in time. 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 Alright. UI. Render.common. This is all interesting. Q Python module. DLL or RenderDoc. Cool. Drivers. Yeah, it's always interesting to see what projects are made up of. RenderDoc's something I would really like to know, like how it actually works. API in app. Yeah, okay. So Q. What do the documentation say? The documentation say just RenderDoc PyD. Okay. So if I just set start, I don't think I really had to do that, but if I just click this bad boy and say build, I never expect builds to work. They never do. There's always something, some environment variable. And I didn't do the steps about Python, but we'll figure out if this works. If it does, then I'll go back and change the Python version stuff that the if this build works, I'll go deal with this note right here. First, I just want to see if it works. This is probably going to cause some lag. It's using up all my... Yeah. Perf. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, there, 100. Yeah. It's going to be some problems in the stream. 100%. My bad. I wonder if there's a way Visual Studio to limit the number of cores. That's a good question. I should ask myself that. By that, I mean I should go find an answer. I should put even more strain on my computer that's trying to build things and stream. Visual Studio limit number of cores for builds. This is this is probably one of my favorite parts in his set. Just really got some cool classical music going on. You can tell it's his favorite part too. He was bouncing. Yee. uh, maximum concurrent projects and solutions. Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't even follow the answer. This is tools, option. Menu, tools, options, projects, and solutions. I mean, but tools. Tools. I don't see command line. Options. Projects and solutions. What was I doing, General? Build and run. Aha. Yeah, so it's using all my cores, which is fine. It's normally what you want. Well, maybe. I don't know. But not when you're streaming. Yeah, I have 16 logical processors, so it's using, I guess, all of those. That's interesting. 260,000 handles. Mm. Close to 6,000 threads running. Fascinating. Let's limit this to 8 while we're on a stream. All right. That built. And it went, which is amazing. So it went to x64 development. X64 development. Look at all this stuff. But what I don't see is the Python stuff that we want in. Render doc. This is all obj. Why am I looking at that? That's not what we need. Render doc, DLL. So like I'm missing something that builds that. So I'm getting tired. It's getting close to my bedtime. It'd be cool if right here, instead of saying go to the GitHub repo, like it just had more specific information about this. Looks like maybe somebody has a. Oh, it says it's built by default. Huh. I mean, this is old. Please do not comment on your old bugs, but I hear what you're saying, Mr. Baldurk. But this was extremely helpful. I'm gonna. Oh, I can't give anybody. Oh, maybe if I sign in, I can give them a line. I'm gonna do this off screen. I'm gonna type in my password off screen. Okay. I don't think it's necessary, but gotta do some. Uh? Gotta do some two-factor authentication? Ah, wrong app. Face not recognized. Tweet. Let's refresh that. Wait till it refreshes. Okay. Please do not comment on year-old bugs. It's a useful comment, sir. It was a useful comment. I, for one, appreciate your helpful comment, and I would give you a thumbs up if I could. Nonetheless, I cannot. So, we need Q render doc, according to that guy. According to that guy. Build. I think the concert's over, my friends. It is. He's thanking everybody in French. I don't speak French. Don't understand. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go see what are the. Let's go see what these guys have. Let's go see what these guys have. We're still building. We got time. We got time. We got time. I want to find out when these guys are about. When have these guys been? 2014. I should have heard about them before. I didn't. Twitter. They are on Twitter. Give them an old follow. Let's see what they got going on. Let's see what they got going on. Who's this? Could be cool. Could be cool. Could be cool. Who's Wolf Alice? Scarlett Johansson and Aaron Carter. Rest in peace. Superpose. Love Superpose. We already listened to that. Dice Lacine. We just listened to that. Superpose. Oh, build's done. Break's over. Smokes if you got him. No, no. It's over. Don't have time. Where did it go? Didn't fail. Development. Development Q render. Hmm. Ah, I wonder if it's in here. Because I remember when we did the downloads, I was like, it's not here, but this is. So, let's take a look. See, take a look. Pi C, a lot of Pi C. SQLite, concurrent, all cool stuff. Oh, lib2.3. I'm gonna ask too late. I was gonna update my stream description. It's too late for that. All right, I think I'm gonna call it and come back to this. I wonder what this whole pickle thing is. I come across that in Python. Pickle. It's like I know what it is. I can't describe it, but I know what it is. But I'm curious. None of this is what I'm expecting or what I'm looking for. Not expecting anything. So that render.lib. No, I mean we know we're supposed to be finding this PyD thing. PyD. That's not. Yeah. What did that come? As you can tell, I'm a genius at this. I'm just so good at it. In case anybody is wondering, containing the modules in Python is not built by default. Need to explicitly select the QRenderDoc module in order to get it. I mean, I thought I did that. What is that? Oh. 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 Yeah, I'm a bonehead. So I went right to this, but I didn't notice under Python. I don't know what the difference between these two things are. I'm gonna build both of them. Let's build this. Well, since we're doing this, we've put in all this time. Let's see if we can address this note in the documentation right now. Let's see if we can address this right now. Oh, 12:30. It's bedtime. Okay. Not quite. Let's see if we can find this bad boy right here. This can be overridden at build time by setting the environment variable read time. Oh, okay, to the path of a compatible Python install. Note that the embedded zip dictionary. I don't know what any of those things mean, but once you have the module, either place the module with your Python's default library search path, or else insert the location of the Python module, and you can either set the Python. Path. Okay, so render.doc Python. We're gonna go to this more environment variables. Cool. We love doing that. Do I need to do it in the user variable? Probably user variables is fine. I'm gonna do it under system. New. Say this. To a compatible Python install. Browse. That's a me. Uh-oh. Can I get DMCA strike for that? I didn't mean to. Apps. Python. Current. Let's go check. Let's check the version. And because I am getting tired of having to type some certain things in, I'm going to do a thing that I did last night. Here. And I'm going to add I'm gonna do that. Oh, no, not push. Push D. I'm laughing about something a friend said. Scoop Python. Cool. Open that. Current. Python exe is right here. That's what I want. Okay. I just wanted to double check that. All right. So browse directory. Am I doing that? Yeah. Scoop apps Python current. My ear is itching. I don't want to scratch it on stream because that would be weird. I did a little bit. That was a little bit weird. I apologize for the weirdness. I think I did this right. Okay. Why is this not closing? Close. Cool. My computer's froze. Something's still open? Oh. Wait, what's this? Oh. Alright, let me just double check that. I have no idea what just happened there. Things got weird with scratching the ear and all that. Render? Yeah, I don't think I actually said anything weird. I have no idea what just happened. We'll try again. New. Render deck. Browse. Matt. That's me. Scoop. Apps. Python. Current. Okay. 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 Restart. Decaf coffee, it's a lie, but it tastes good. Tastes good? If I drink coffee too late, then I can't go to sleep. Alright. Probably need to relaunch this so that it has the environment variables. So we'll do that. Okay, and we should be able to do pop D, I think, because I put push D. It's so quiet without music now. I have to go get some more music. So quiet without music now. Oh yeah, we were gonna look and see what these guys have. What these folks have. Amaranth. Looks interesting. Looks interesting. Franz Ferdinand. Haven't heard that since I was playing Guitar Hero in college. Hellfest. Or something like that. This guy. Well, when in doubt, I always revert to playing Tool. Tool. Mm-hmm. Earlier, I saw a new Danny Carey drum cam that I hadn't seen before. Danny Carey drum cam. I always love to watch these. Yeah, this one. I hadn't seen this one a year ago. AI enhanced. Well, that sounds like miserable, but looks like I dropped a pen, so I'm reaching to the floor to pick it up. So this guy did it AI enhanced. This guy did it AI enhanced. Let's watch. Ooh. This is like 46 minutes of AI. Ooh. Playing sober. Huh. Alright. That's for another time. I want to listen to some Jambi. Live. I always love the live stuff. The non-existent DVD. This stuff is always so funny. Singer reacts. Tools. Jambi. Singer reacts. I'm just going to listen to it. Oh. Weird Twitch streamer reacts to Tool Jambi. I'm going to edit that out. I'm tired. Alright, where were we? We were gonna we were gonna relaunch Visual Studio. That's me doing Danny Carey. Alright. I did that. Let's see what this documentation is. Getting started. I'm gonna just put it on the screen. Alright. Alright. Let's see what happens when I do. I'm gonna do both of these guys. I don't know what Q RenderDoc is versus RenderDoc, but I'm gonna build this. Build. Wish this all away. Hey, there it is. Eee. So let's see what happens when you build this. scratch. Not as weird as the ear scratch. Ugh. Can't build DXL. It's still building. It's still building. I believe. I never believe. Alright, I think it's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. So, Pi modules rendered in. Q render doc PyD. Okay. So we got PyD things. Whenever I'm listening to Danny Carey, I can't help it. I have to play the air drums. Can't help it. Can't be helped. Oh yeah, what were we doing? Cool. Alright, let's see what that built. Lots of stuff. X64. Pi modules. Hey! Look at all this cool stuff. There we go, that's what we need. Alright. And then, is that supposed to be on the path? Once you have the module, reading the documentation, air drum break. It's because Jambi has this amazing jam. Jambi has a jam. Like right here in this 4-minute one. It's like going hard in the paint. And then they just start jamming. It's gotta crank it up. Gotta listen loud. Yeah. Alright. Back to the documentation though. Let's stay on task. Once you have the module, either place the module within your Python's default library search path, or else insert the location of the Python module into the path of your script. This kind of seems cool. We'll do this. You can insert the location of the Python module into the path. Path of your script. There's a couple ways we could do this. I'm not so sure that the way I want to do it is with this. This could work. We'll just do it this way. I don't have a good reason for it. Other than apparently I like to set environment variables. What am I looking for? I'm looking for render doc browse file. So here I want to go to where that built. X64 development, Python modules. I want this. Because the other one is QRenderDoc. I don't want that. I don't know what QRenderDoc is. I want this one. All right. Okay. Once again, we will be once again we will be relaunching our terminal to pick up the new environment variables. Cool. All right. So now what we should be able to do, in theory, if we have any idea what it is we are doing, I need like more monitor space. Because I would like to have documentation on screen at the same time. Put this right here. All right, so ooh, that was good. Python tools over. We need more tools. What do I want to listen to after Jam? After Jam, what's this guy? Rival consoles. Right, rival consoles. Good. 10,000 days. Nah. Let's go two. Let's go see what you got. Two. Fear inoculum. Nah. Not where we're. What's that solo on here? No, Tempest has a pretty good jam though. Let's listen to that one. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, back to what we were doing. Not doing that anymore. All right. So additionally, the RenderDoc Python module needs to be able to load the main RenderDoc library. The module library itself contains stubs, wrappers, blah 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 blah. You explicitly need to add the DLL folder. Oh man, I hate this DLL crap. God. On Python, the path is no longer searched by default. So you need to add the DLL folder. Alright, so we're having to do a lot of crap. Having to do a lot of crap. Having to do a lot of crap. What are we trying to do here? I don't... Do we want to... I guess the cool thing about doing it here is we can see if it works. And so let's... this isn't what I want. Yeah, Tempest is good. Let's do it here. So we gotta do this shit. Environment path. I don't usually like to use the path stuff from OS. There's another library. There's another thing in Python for doing path that I like better. We're about that later. Okay. This needs to be us. Yeah, so I don't like this. But we gotta find it. So pipe to native library. That's our DLL. RenderDoc DLL. That's right here. I think. Not unlike you. What is OS abs path? I don't know. Is it like specifically the DLL? What does the doc say again? You have to. So you have to add the DLL folder. All right, so we're just going for the folder. All right. I got that. But I had to switch. See, if you use a different library for doing this, you don't have to worry about forward and backward slashes. If you're ever doing path-related code and you find yourself worrying about forward and backward slashes or double slashes, whatever it is, you're doing paths wrong. I'll stick by that. Should not ever, when you're doing paths, when you're doing stuff like this right here, you should never have to think about the slashes. Because if you are thinking about the slashes, you're doing it wrong. Just lean into the library more, is what I'd say. Because then you don't have to think about these, and you're just kind of like platform independent. That's my opinion. All right. Yeah. Just go ahead. Assuming that's all gone well, should be able to import the RenderDoc module. Let's see what happens here. Where's the script? Tools. Aha, we're listening to tool and working on tools. No module named RenderDoc. The problem with this kind of thing is now you have no idea. Now you have no idea if you're doing it right or not. So earlier, I feel like there was some code that I was looking at, and I was like, "Hey, that's cool. That's what I want." Accessing capture analysis. Where did that code go that I liked? Access. Oh no, that's not what I. Is that what I want? No, there was like shader data. Yeah, shader details. All right, import if. I'm looking at the documentation right now for like the script. It has. I don't know what this means. So like, why is this doing this right here? But then there's this other thing in getting started at the start of your script. Yeah. But over here, they're not doing any of that. Let's. Oh, maybe I need to close this. It shouldn't. Don't need all that. Can you do like you'd be like bummer. All right. Bummer. All right. So what are we doing here? Hmm. We're we're never setting it in sysmodule. So that hmm. Getting started. Oh, you can add the RenderDoc DLL to the same path as the module. Okay. And oh, we didn't reload. We set Python path and we reloaded our terminal, but we didn't reload Visual Studio as far as I know. Bummer. Uh, let's make sure this all makes sense here. We got our Python path. And this goes okay. Right? That is according to the documentation, right? Right. Once you have the module, either place it in your or else insert the location of the Python module into the path in your script. You can either set Python or do so at the start of your script. So maybe we should do this. Let's try this. We don't need that import. Let's path to render doc. These are the same. Okay. Oh, we don't need that. We don't need this. Okay, there's a couple things we can change here. First off, we will add this, and this is to the module, which it's right here. It's right here. Fucking slashes, man. I'm doing it the slow way. Doing it the slow. What? We don't need this because we are using higher than version 8 already. We know that. So we just need to do this part here. We don't need this part. We just don't even need to do that. We just do this. We know. Let's make sure that's the right one. Yeah, the render.dll DLL is in that directory. Is in this directory. Yeah. Alright. Let's see what this does. Bummer. Hmm. This is unfortunate. It's not working. Maybe do I need to not do that like so specific? Bummer. Alright. Let's do a little background research here. First off, what does a Python do? PyD. Oh jeez, I hate these sites. It's getting tiring, man. I gotta. PyD is a platform specific to the Windows class of operating system. Blah 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 blah. Ah, so it's like a DLL, right? The PyD is a dynamic link library that contains Python on. That's why it needed to be added to the path, I suppose. All right. So Python load PyD module. How to import a PyD as a module. Reddit. Not gonna read Reddit. Stack Overflow is blah 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 blah. PyD is basically a Windows DLL. We already figured that out. So he's gonna quote a bunch of reference. Sir, if I wanted to read the documentation, I would have done it myself. Let's see. PyDs are DLLs, but there's a few differences. If you have a DLL name, then it must have a. Then you can write import food. I'm assuming this is all taken. Note that the search path is Python path. Oh. Okay, that's the search path. So let's try a thing. Let's do this. Let's go back to our environment variables. Let's edit our Python path, and we won't do that. We're just gonna do this right there. Okay, okay. And then we are going to let's instead of reload the window there, let's relaunch that. Just superstitious. Let's reload this so that our terminal has. Oh, I did it. The ear scratch. Awkward. Is it not? Reloaded that so I have it in my. No, I'm getting tired so I can't talk. We got this boy. Let's try running this. Python. Bummer. Unfortunate. I thought that was gonna work. I had high hopes that time. Oh wait though. Okay, this didn't work, but this is no longer squiggly. So I don't know what that was doing, but let's just ignore that. And let's focus on the fact that this is no longer squiggly. Okay. And it didn't give us the errors. Okay. So probably this can't do anything because we don't have anything. So we're going to do a thing. We're going to go back to the documentation. But first we're going to get more because Tempest is over. Hey, this is cool. We'll listen to that later. I'm not trying to discover new music tonight. Let's go back to two. Two. Stinkfist. Stinkfist is good. I like Stinkfist. There's a thing on here where there's like, is it this guy? Ah, this. Alright, it's like an instrumental thing. Getting started. Alright, we need a load. So we got all this blah 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 blah. Loading a capture. Begin the. Before we do anything, we must initialize the replay API. Right? We'll add that to our script. Okay. And then I'm just going to get through this part right here to confirm, to like kind of confirm, okay, we got this working. I don't care about this line. Oh shit. I hate that cut. Yeah, I hate that cut copies to your clipboard. There's probably a way around that. Alright, I'm going to do this. And if this works, I'm going to call it a night. And we'll come back to this. We will come back to this. Test RDC. No, they don't have. I can find something. Uh, I opened this in the wrong direction. I know I have some captures at the root of this project, so but I couldn't see them because I had opened VS Code nested like several directories down from this root. So if I go up here, I thought I had some RDC. Yeah, there we go. So I can like move that to like here, move CD. Johnny Carey's going for it here. This song, I want to see him live because he's got like some synthesizer type sounds going. And he's playing his drums with it. It's so cool. Comments are always so funny. All right. We're gonna call it JB. I mean, it's this capture I already had. I wonder what you happen to. All right, so it's binary. JB Unity. All right. If this works, we're done for the night. If it doesn't work, we're done for the night. We're done for the night no matter what. That's happening. All right, well, no exceptions were raised. So how about we switch this logic around and we say if result is equal to is equals already. With Python, I don't know enough to type it from memory. I know enough to look up what I need. So like, I don't like, is this, do you have to use the double, or can you say like is equal? I don't know. Syntax highlighting tells me no, but anyway, yeah, with Python, I'm fairly, like, I can get done what I want to get done with Python. I've used it quite a bit, but I don't use it enough to like not have to look shit up all the time. All right. Oh, we didn't get anything, so that tells me something's crashing. Yeah. Let's see if we do. Good old print here debugging. Yeah. So we're not getting anywhere. So it's not working. It's not printing out errors, but it's also not working. So if we like this, so I guess there. Doesn't get past that. So this import render doc is not working. It's not working. Well, that sucks. Why is that? Oh, did I forget a line? No, I have this. I mean, yeah, and that doesn't matter because we're not getting all the way to here. We get, there's that ear thing again. We can get all the way to here. Wasn't there something? I can add the DLL to the same module. Let's try that. Let's try. But I mean, there's so many other DLLs. Let's take the RenderDoc DLL. What I'm gonna do, because the documentation said you could move the DLL to the what was I trying to say? No. It says so you need to explicitly add the DLL. You can add the RenderDoc DLL in the same directory as the Python module. So let's try that. Wait, where's the RenderDoc DLL? Did I delete it? No, it's right there. Copy. No, Py module. Let's add it right here. Right? See if that works. Should have this. Let's close Steam. Let's close Steam. Yeah. Let's try that. We don't need, if we do that, we don't need this. Don't need this. All right, let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Let's restart. Winging it at this point. Traceback. Specified module cannot be found. Yep, 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 yep. Even though you did what it said you had to do and move RenderDoc DLL. All right. Desperate times call for desperate measures. We are going to do something desperate. We're going to cd directly into that directory. We are going to do and we are going to take all this crap. We're going to put that right here. And we're going to run this from the exact same directory. Because, you know, like on Windows, a lot of times the DLL has to be right next to the exe if you want it to work right. So my assumption here is like if we put our Python script right here, maybe some magic will happen. It's a It's a wild ass guess. So we do Python test py. Yeah, didn't work. All right. Ah! This is the part of programming that I hate. Thought we did everything. I wonder if our problem is the Python, right? We assume that this worked. We assume that this worked. But how can we validate that? You know what I'm saying? Like on Windows the version of Python that comes with the requirement is used by default Python. This can be over. Blah, blah, blah. You must use exactly the same version of Python to load the module as was used to build it. So maybe. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a night at this. But what I'm suspecting is that we assume that our Python version is the right one, but it might not be. It might not be the right one. The song, I'm making late night noises. Late night programming for too long noises. Um, I'm wondering. Can I? I wonder if we use 3.6 if it will work. Like, let's see. Let's see if get the. Wonder what this is, right? If we do that was on the Q. If we do this game, I wonder. It's too bad it doesn't tell you. I was. I'm just poking around trying to figure out if there's a way to see what version of Python it builds with. And my brain is not even processing. Like, what does this mean? You must use the same version of Python to load the module as was used to build it. On Windows, the version of Python that comes with the requirement and is used by default is Python 3.6. This can be overridden at build time by setting the environment variable to the path of a compatible Python install. Note, doesn't come. fuck is this? Like, is this something I need to do? Q render. This is the one where it says there's a thing. But the build has succeeded, so it doesn't actually tell you anything. Like if tell you I wonder if there's like a thing. I don't know what's building this. Like, if we knew part of the build process, maybe you could tell us which Python it was going to use. Um, yeah. At this point, I'm just goofing around and I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm probably going to just stop and come back to this when I have figured some things out. We have accomplished like nothing. That's okay. I'm learning some things, I think. It's going to be hard to go to sleep without this working. Build general. Output directory. Advanced. PyD. Oh yeah, because it's generating a PyD. So seems like we should be able to figure out somehow how to see like what version of Python is being used. Because and then we can verify like okay, built the way we were expecting it to be built. Render doc code generation. Precompiled headers. Browse information. Well, one thing we could do is we could mess up the Python path that it's looking at. And then it should theoretically fail. Let's close this. Environment variables. What we did, we'll just like make this something that's wrong. Completely wrong. Okay? We'll go back. I'm superstitious. We're going to reload this. Clean. Build. I would expect this to fail. Because we set an environment variable to the wrong place, so it theoretically should not be able to find Python. If it does find Python, I think it means it's falling back to the installed Python, which we could then delete those. We could delete the Python that comes with the repo. We're just basically trying to force a failure to find out if things are building the way we think they should be building. Programming. It's fun. It's fun, fun, fun. Fun, 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 fun. Fun. Fun, 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 fun. Depending on your definition of fun. depending on your definition of fun. Getting tired, getting tired, getting tired. Elon Musk. Going forward, accounts engaged in parody must include parody in their name, not just in bio. I just don't know, man. Oh, done building. And it succeeded, so that to me is odd. I mean, I have Python on my path. I could just completely uninstall Python. We're going to some serious extremes here. I don't know. That feels like a really big extreme. Uninstalling Python seems a tad drastic. Okay. It seems a bit drastic. Let's try that again. This is definitely the fast way to figure things out. Not. I would rather know another way to do this. Surfing Twitter while this builds. If this succeeds, that I don't know how to interpret that. If that succeeds, if this succeeds with my Python path messed up and renaming the Python that ships. Okay. It's using, but it's either not using Python at all. Oh, look at this. Search path. QRenderDoc. The QRenderDoc. Third-party swig lib Python. Okay, so we got Python here. What the heck is swig? What is swig? Swig. Simplified Wrapper and Interface Generator is an open source software tool used to connect computer programs or libraries written with scripting languages. Okay. So just take it. Okay. So Swig is like you got your C++, and how do you make Python bindings? Neat. Neat. That is cool. All right. It definitely needs that. Python. So that's all this stuff. Yeah, apologize for that sound. Um, let's see. What do we got? Oop, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Blah, blah, blah. Swig lib Python. Okay, this all makes sense. Nothing. Hmm. But oh, what is this? System direct could not find part of the pack. RenderDoc bin. RenderDoc. I don't even see a bin. There is no bin. I wonder if that means something else needs to be built. Like git dx cx. Oh, yeah. Can't build dx. Yeah, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. What we care about is that we're building this and we theoretically change things up. What happens if we close this and reopen it? We're at the close it and reopen it stage of not knowing what's going on. If I go here and I do Python modules and I do clean and I do build. We can keep reading about PyD. Okay, Python. How do I run a Python? What is this? Oh. Yeah. Alright. Alright. One thing that was is it note that the search path for okay. Yeah, there's that. But we did the thing once you have the module, either place the module in your generator or else. Wait, did I miss something here? Once you have the module, either place the module within your Python search path Or else insert the location of the pilot into the path. You can either set. Yeah, but we thought we did this. Uh, we can try this part again. I I thought we did this. It's like right here. And we have the DLL. DLL's right there. PyD's right there. I'm guessing there's a build thing. There's a build problem. Additionally, the render out Python is yeah, stubs and wrappers. So you can either place the render.doc library in the render.doc delay as a same as that. Alright. This we've done all the things. We've done all of the things here. But this doesn't work. We have done all the things, but this doesn't work. Which leads me to believe that there's a problem with the Python version being used for the build, which leads me to believe it's related to Swig. I think that's a complete wild ass guess. It'd be interesting to know what the build process is here, which I think I saw a CMake. Saw a CMake test. Let's read this. CMake list. No, Python. We can be more specific in our search, so we don't have to look at all 20 things. We need. I don't, nope. Okay. Let's see what this all says about Python. These variables are handled in the computer, but we need it. All right. Make sure Python 3. Oh. Well, right away, one thing we see in the CMake list is that it's only setting 3.9. But is this for Windows? Like this is CMake list, but I don't know that they're using CMake list for Windows, like to generate the solution file. I don't think so. Like we're not running anything CMake related. CMake is not needed on Windows. Just open and build RenderDoc. Okay. So yeah, but there is something interesting here where there's something interesting going on here about Python. So I am going to call it at this and continue. I really want to know how to do this. I want it to work. So we're going to revisit this, but not right now. I got to call. I'm getting tired. It's late. And we've been streaming for like a billion hours. 3 hours. Don't need to stream for any more than that. Alright. Cool. Gonna call it. So where we started was we were gonna do some RenderDoc and compare some captures. Where then we went into like, hey, wouldn't it be cool to like do some validation using Python, using NumPy? And we're like, wait, wouldn't it be cool to like pull data directly from RenderDoc and into these Python notebooks? So and then we ended up looking at how to build the Python module of RenderDoc. It's not working. Yep. We listened to some cool music. Played some air drums. Heard some awkward noises. Saw me scratch my ear a few times. That wasn't cool. Alright. Over and out. See you next time.